Hello everybody, it's been a while since I put a video up on here, and what I wanted to do is give you a bit of an understanding as to why I had to return my Samsung G7. It wasn't actually because of any of the other issues that were plaguing a lot of the recent owners that had picked up this actually gorgeous monitor. So when I did actually have it, it was a gorgeous monitor. Crisp images, really smooth, 240 hertz is actually something I really miss, but that's completely from a perspective standpoint, right? So my current monitor is the one that you possibly saw in the video, which I will link in whichever question, thing up here. And I've been running that for a couple of years. It's a Samsung panel, 32-inch, 144 hertz refresh rate monitor, and that does me quite fine. In fact, it actually is it's not even maxing out. I'm not even getting the most out of it, right? Because the games I play, I like to have a little bit more quality than just having as many frames as possible. And sometimes just it's not possible to get as many frames as you would like. But, that's beside the point. I had to return my Samsung G7, the 32-inch version, from the retailer that I bought it from. And not because of the panel flickering or things like that. And I'll get to that in a minute. The actual reason I had to return it is the little joystick button that's underneath. I'll see if I can put up an image here. That's underneath the monitor was actually faulty. And I don't know if it was just a piece of plastic that wasn't molded and cut correctly, or if there was something that broke off inside and just jammed its way in there. But for whatever reason, I could move it up, down, and left, so I could scroll up in the menus, scroll down in the menus, and scroll left, decrease or move back an option, but I could not increase any option at all. It just physically would not move. I tried giving a bit of a shake, very, very, very lightly shake, but at the same time, I wasn't going to take apart a brand new panel because I did want to avoid the warranty, right? So I contacted Samsung and they said, nope, that's fine. It's within warranty. Send it back to the retailer you got it from. So I did. So I sent it back to the retailer I got it from, who unfortunately to this day have not received any more stock that I've been aware of. I've been keeping an eye on it, and either it goes in and it goes straight back out the door again for pre-orders, or they have a backlog of people waiting for refunds. I don't know. I personally got given a refund. Not that I really asked for it. I would have really liked them to send me the monitor as a replacement, but they weren't in a position to do that. So I had to, unfortunately, be one of the owners that had a glimpse of something really pretty and then it got taken away. Far too soon, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what I wanted to give you guys an update about. And I know a lot of you have been asking, and I really appreciate it, about my opinions of the monitor. I think I only had it for about 3 weeks. And I unfortunately then had to send it back, which is a shame, because 3 weeks with a monitor, you really only get to scratch the surface. And so onto these panel flickering issues. So what I had noticed during the time that I owned the monitor is that running it on DisplayPort, I have multiple monitors. I've got an Elgato HD60S plugged in that then feeds over to another PC that captures this gameplay. So I've got, basically nearly max on the video output, which shouldn't matter. I'm running a 2080 Super card. It shouldn't matter really too much about what it's doing, right? And it would just flicker. The actual panel would flicker. It would turn off and then restart itself once again. And that was using G-Sync, NVIDIA G-Sync. When I turned that off, I was no longer seeing that particular problem. But at that point, why am I spending, at the time, £500, now over £600, for a monitor that inconsistently performs using G-Sync? Because it shouldn't do that at all. My current monitor is not G-Sync compatible. But that one was. That was one of the main draws why me and a lot of other people had, moved to it, right? So that was one of the other little things that always sat in the back of my mind. I'm not getting the most out of this monitor, and it frustrated me. I had upgraded the firmware, I had done all of the things. One of my other buddies picked up a 32-inch one. He had a very similar issue. I don't know if he still runs G-Sync or not, but This one was definitely having some issues, and I believe that is a common issue that people find when they're running the 32-inch version. I don't know many people with the 49-inch version personally that I could ask them, hey, is this still a thing? So if you are one of those people, drop a comment in the the box below. And I know of a few who had the 27-inch, but this is again just doing my research on the internet and actually finding out who had what and their experiences. So I don't know, it feels like it was destined for greatness and kind of falls a bit short. And I know that there are many tech companies and reviewers and YouTubers out there who basically go, yeah, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but they may only have it for like a week max before they have to put out their review, and they get turnaround time, right? They get, put under contract. I don't know what contract they do, but this is my own personal honest opinion on it. It's still a great monitor. So if you are looking to buy one and invest in it, and if you can find one, fantastic. Honestly, you will enjoy from 60 Hz standard monitor refresh rate up to 240 Hz if your graphics card or game console can push it. Fantastic. You've got headroom. Things are only going to get better in regards to the performance of equipment and the output that they can do, obviously with the 30 series now, and now the 6600 series, for AMD that have come out. Those boundaries are going to start being feathered. Maybe not pushed, but certainly feathered. And in all honesty, I wish I had another one. I wish I had two of them. But, that's just me being greedy. I wish I had one for my main monitor. Having two 32-inch monitors was actually really cool. I'll put a post up, like an image up here where, it was literally just like one was in portrait mode. Very kind of impractical, I guess. And then the 240 Hz was in standard mode. Outside of that, if you are looking for this monitor, but you don't want to spend the extra amount and you're not too fussed about the 240 Hz refresh rate, have a look at the Samsung Odyssey G5. It is their slightly lesser bells and whistles monitor, still for the one that I found, 32 inches. I'll leave a link into the description below. I'm not Amazon affiliate. I kind of wish I was, but I'll figure that out later. And I honestly think that is the next best version that you can get. There are other 144 Hz monitors out there, so 100% do your due diligence in regards to what those are like and the people's reviews of that. As far as I can tell, the G5 versus the G7 does not have the bells and whistles, so it doesn't look as pretty. There's no LED on the back. They still have the same visual front end, so you got those two little weird, baggy eyelids that kind of hang down, underneath the monitor, and still is very good build quality. The stand is a little different, and it lacks a few features on the stand side. That is, that the G7 had as standard. I think it does the whole rotation thing and the height, but the G5 does not. Again, please double check that, because I haven't honestly double checked into like the stand, because I use a monitor stand that gives me those additional functions, so I kind of don't really care. Yeah, I'm sorry this has been a little bit long. I will pop the G5 recommendation down below, or just do a search for your favorite retailer, whichever country, whichever country you happen to live in, that is going to then get you the best deal. I'm just giving you guys a bit of a brief explanation as to why I don't own the Samsung Odyssey G7 32-inch 240 Hz monitor anymore. It's sad. It was a hard decision, because it was something just ever so slightly not functional that kind of ruined my experience. And for a flagship monitor that had that many issues on launch, I don't know how many of them have been fixed in recent months. It has been a couple of months, nearly 6 months, since I had to return it. So yeah, that was just one opinion to of an avid gamer and media creator to anybody else that is looking to enjoy something that is going to potentially last them, because it is definitely an investment, and the monitor itself, as long as it doesn't go faulty or you don't punch it, will last you for many PCs. Anyway, take care, have fun. I've been Baron Von Dirge. I hope you enjoy yourself. Come catch me on Twitter and Baron's Gaming, or actually on Twitch at Baron Von Dirge. I'll leave links in the description below as well. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay classy.